Jason, lovely to
Hiya.
meet you. We're here to talk about your brand new movie, Scoob. So, what can viewers expect from Scooby Doo's newest adventure?
Exactly that. They can expect, well, an origin story of Scooby-Doo for those of us, well, for everyone who didn't know how they first met, Mystery Inc. and how Shaggy and Scoob first met. And then a big 21st century adventure with new characters as well as our old familiars, and a globe-trotting adventure with laughter and tears and cuddles and mystery.
You play the legendary bad guy, Dick Dastardly. So, what in your eyes makes him such a good villain?
Well, the thing about all great villains is that they are desperately insecure, damaged creatures. And there's nobody more insecure than Dick. That's what makes him such a huge, vainglorious, narcissistic, preening show-off and his own best audience. He's also a genius inventor. But he's got a dog that he adores. There's 3 dogs in this. We've got Dynamite, and we've got Muttley, and we've got Scooby, of course. He's human. I mean, really great villains are human. They behave appallingly, and yet at the same time, we recognize something, hopefully not of ourselves, or maybe recognize the worst parts of ourselves in them. We certainly recognize human behavior.
So, obviously, this is an animated film. So, without the costume, the hair, the makeup, how did you get into character each day?
Well, you don't go to work with the other actors, so that's one of the weird things about making animated films. You just go to a recording booth. And you don't meet the other actors. They're not there, and they're in different countries on different days. So the only person that the whole thing has in common is the writer-director, a guy called Tony in this instance, who's brilliant because he knows what everyone else has done, but also he can do all their voices. So he's in the booth with you, playing everybody else, and your sole job is make Tony laugh. If you can make Tony laugh, then they might use that recording. If you can make Tony spurt with snot out of both nostrils, that's a bullseye, and they're definitely using that one. So it's a very different job from normal acting. Normal acting, you're trying to be subtle and subtextual and 3-dimensional. And in this, I was going so far over the top that I lost sight of the planet.
So, what was it like stepping into his very villainous shoes? Did it make you feel super dastardly for the day?
Nobody thinks they're a villain. Dick doesn't look in the mirror and go, I'm a villain today. He thinks, I need to get that treasure today. And why have those people taken my dog? And why are these people getting in my way? And what can I invent that will get me what I want? One of the keys to playing the negative presence in a film, let's say, or the antagonist, is by working out what do they want? What do they need? How do they think they're going to get it? And what do they think's in their way? What the great thing about playing Dick is that there is a Dick Dastardly. There's been a wonderful actor called Paul Winchell who's played him for decades. And I didn't want to do an impression of him. I wanted to do something fresh, and they encouraged me to do something completely fresh. And they drew him completely fresh. They gave him this huge, hulking body with a big square jaw. So he's a kind of powerful man, which he was never before in the cartoons. And so I got to invent someone from scratch. And the contradiction between what he looks like and the squirming 5-year-old child that he is inside was where a lot of the entertainment came from.
We've seen you play some awesome baddies before, Lucius Malfoy, Captain Hook. So what is so good about being bad, and where does Dick rank among your best baddies?
What's good for me is when I find a good script. So I don't think about bad guys, good guys, villains. I go, is this a person I can bring to life? And anybody watching will go, yeah, I get that. I see why someone will be like that. I've come across people like that in my life. And when that's true, they turn out to be good bad guys because we recognize. I just try and find well-written parts. Those ones you picked out, Captain Hook and Lucius Malfoy and Dick Dastardly and the guy in The Patriot, they're really brilliantly written and conceived of characters. So there's no such thing as playing a villain or playing a hero. Are you playing someone that's believable or not? And I've been lucky enough to play a few believable parts.
You get some of the biggest laughs in the film. Were there any lines that you were particularly excited to get to perform?
Well, first of all, you don't know what's going to get a laugh when you're making it because it's not finished. They haven't animated it or edited it. There was the sequence in the Hall of Mirrors that I found enormously entertaining, in which we sneaked in Easter eggs.
Join me, Scooby-Doo, and I will show you how to harness your destiny and become the most important dog in the world.
No thanks, Dastardly.
Oh, please. My friends call me Dick.
Okay. Rick?
No, I'm not a Rick. I'm a Dick with a D.
Rick with a D.
Dick.
Well, Rick.
And it also worked. It reprised the Man with the Golden Gun, the James Bond film that I grew up watching, which had a Hall of Mirrors sequence. So I loved everything about it.
One of the coolest things in the film, in my opinion, was Dick Dastardly's army of super baby robots. So if you had an army of super baby robots, what would you be getting them to do day to day?
Right now, day to day, they would be cleaning the kitchen up because I'm not allowed to cook. For some reason, my 2 teenage daughters have taken against my cooking. Although if I say so myself, I'm brilliant. So my wife does all the cooking. Maybe it's because they want familiar dishes. So my job is to clean. I feel like I'm a scullery maid in Downton Abbey.
So we're going to flip it up now and talk about the mystery team. So obviously, Fred's got the strength, Velma's got the brains, Daphne the empathy. What would you be bringing to the team?
Oh, snacks. I think I'll probably be good. I'd be good to keep us going during the day with creative snacks. I'm one of those people that overthinks everything. So what you need occasionally is a Fred to just make stuff happen. I would be going, well, let's just not rush into anything. Let's just stop and think this through. Let's do a flow chart, shall we? I'm not sure they need me. They're perfectly balanced. I think what I would do is overbalance the team and have somebody talk too much.
If you could bring anyone else with you into the team, though, to kind of make that balance, who would you bring?
A member of the SBS, the Special Boat Service, from which the group from which James Bond was drawn, who I worked with for years in Scotland, and he's a guy that you can put in charge of anything and then just get on with doing whatever you want. Do a Sudoku or a crossword. He can organise anything, carry anything out, and then I wouldn't have to go. They could all leave. I could stay at home and watch telly.
And you know, with Velma with her glasses and Fred with his little cravat, would you have a signature look that you would bring?
Yeah, I'd have this right here. Hold on. Because I've been trying to. So I've been trying to teach myself in lockdown, and I keep losing it. I think my children are hiding it around the house.
Brilliant.
So I'd have time to do that. I've learned the Scooby-Doo theme tune, shouldn't I?
Oh,
damn, too late.
Next time.
Sequel,
Yeah, if you're going to join Blue Falcon's superhero team, what would you want your superpower to be?
I'm not sure there's room in Blue Falcon's superhero team for anybody else. You think Dick Dastardly's got an ego? What about Blue Falcon? He's out of control. Yeah, I'm not joining anyone else. He can join me. I resent the question. I refuse to answer it.
How did it feel seeing your version of Dick Dastardly for the first time compared to the old?
Well, what's great is you do the voice and you improvise a billion things, then they animate it. So I've done a few things before where the animation was done first. One was Dark Crystal on Netflix, which was rather brilliantly done. And then I was in a film called Monster Family, which was a German animated movie. Then they tried to put English voices on it and match already animated flaps, except they flap the number of times that Germans speak, which is much more words per sentence than English people do. So I watched it and I thought, my God, these people are inventive and creative, and thank God they've only used the best takes, because I remember going nuts in the booth and doing thousands of things and not having any idea what they'd use, and why I didn't have complete faith they would only use the best takes, I don't know. I watched it and I thought what I always feel when something turns out, a huge relief that it isn't terrible and some joy that it's great.
Excellent. Did you get to make any suggestions to the look or ad-lib any lines?
Yeah, they're all, not all ad-lib, that's a lie. There's great writers in it. No, it's improvised. That's what Tony Savoni does so brilliantly. He gets in the booth with the actor and goes, okay, let's record the lines, and now let's start working and playing. And it was huge amounts of improvisation that they then go away and animate, and then they come back and you do it again until they refine it. So there was tons of it. I didn't get to contribute to his look, but that's because A, they're brilliant, and B, I had no idea at all. But I couldn't do anything better than what they did.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I think that's all we've got time for, but thank you so much for talking to us, and best of luck with the film.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, it's about to start. You ready?
Ready.
Popcorn?
Butter.
Nachos?
Cheese.
Root beer with red licorice straw?
Right here. Maybe it's time we made our new movie.
Good idea, Scoob. But first we need a trailer. Oh, can you do the trailer guy voice?
Well, let me give it a shot. In a world destroyed by evil, discover the epic origin story of the greatest team of heroes in the history of mystery. Hey, not bad.
Nailed it!
Oh!
This mangy stray's coming with me.
He's not a stray.
Okay, then. What's his name?
His name's Scooby.
Middle name?
Doobie?
Last name?
Do.
You said that we would always be. Without you, I feel lost at sea.
I love
Through
it.
the darkness,
I'll never take it off.
like the wind, we'll be wild.
Aw.
Maybe don't do that again.
I'm Fred. This is Velma.
Hi.
And that's Daphne.
Hey, I'm Shaggy, and this is Scooby-Doo.
Nice to meet you.
Trick or treat.
Whoa. Shaggy and Scooby were taken?
Do you realize where we are?
No?
Look around, man. The clean, modern aesthetic, the cool blue color palette. We're in
IKEA.
the Falcon Fury. Did you say IKEA?
Nope. I said Falcon Fury, just like you.
Maybe this can lead us to Scooby and Shaggy. Trace amounts of mustache oil, 12-year-old scotch.
Ugh. Is the bad guy my dad?